When I look at the sorry state of the black community, the destruction of the family, the loss of integrity. When as a young boy, black shot down every day for 2 years without stopping on the streets of Philadelphia, and the same in Jacksonville and Chicago and in Detroit. When I look at what we are as black people, I'd rather be dead than to continue to live and call myself a black man against such statistics. I don't want to be one of you. I don't want to be one of you weak men, weak people. I'd rather die. Death is welcome rather than to call myself you spineless black men. No strength. Don't take care of your children. Can't feed them. And you don't have any integrity, and you won't listen to truth. I'd rather be dead. Come on with it. You'll do me a favor. You'll make my day. But while I have life, while I have breath, while I have strength, I'm going to keep on preaching to you black people until you get the strength of God, the power and the wisdom of God back in you. You better kill me. That's what you better do, because if you don't kill me, I'm going to deliver you. Black people are the most racist people you've ever seen in all your days. If you know a black person, he or she is a hardcore racist. Black people are the most racist people on the entire earth. Nearly 96% of black people voted for Barack Hussein Obama because he was black. He's black, Pastor Manny, and we black racists have got to stick together. Church mother said to me, because they weren't judging by the character, they were judging because they are racist black people. Black people got a problem. Now we can move to color blindness and always look at the man by the content of his character, never the color of his skin. I'm down for that. You get my vote. Yay and amen, I'm for that. But before we get there, we need to hear some truth. Black people and white folk. Black people got a problem. When black people see the world, you can train them. You can train a black man to be a physician. You can train him to be an astrophysicist. You can train him to be a lawyer, but you can't train him to understand the world. He doesn't know. I'm telling you, there's not one monument in Africa, in all of Africa. I know you're talking about Egypt. Egypt is not Africa. There are no great cities that were built. Even before the first colonization of white people coming to the shores of Africa or the slave ships, black men built nothing. No sewer system, no houses above one level, and none of them made out of stone. All of them made out of grass and wood. Look at what y'all have done in Harlem. You can't even hold on to Harlem. We got a problem. Black folk don't understand the world. You can get mad with me all you want. You can say what you, but you can't prove me wrong. Now, I'm not saying this because I hate black folk. I'm saying it because I love you enough to tell the truth. And the only person going to ever help us get out of the situation is going to be God. There's something wrong with the black man's mind. There's something wrong with his mind.
Who's more racist, black people or white people? Black people. You know why? Because we hate black people too. Everything white people don't like about black people really don't like about black people. There's some shit going on with black people right now. It's like a civil war going on with black people. And there's two sides. It's black people and there's niggers. And niggers have got to go. Every time black people want to have a good time, ignorant ass niggas fuck it up. Hey, I love black people, but I hate niggas, boy. Oh, I hate niggas. Boy, I wish they let me join the Ku Klux Klan.
What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Police tell us at least 3 cars were destroyed. This is the area of Alameda and El Segundo. Cars doing donuts, burning rubber, people cheering them on, shooting video. The takeover crowd also set several fires, including at least 1 car. Police say this group moved from one intersection to another for well over an hour until officers finally came and broke it up. But we're told there were no arrests.
I'm uploading my first video on a race because of 3 prominent news stories right now that are in the news. If you're not familiar with them, go check it out. Shiloh Hendricks dropping the N-bomb at a park at a kid of some sort of age that I highly doubt is 5 years old. That's involved. We got a Fleccas Talks video. We got a Mark Dice video. Check the description for links for any sourcing that I use, any videos that I use. For the most part, I try to put, if it's worth it, I put the link in the description for you. I need you guys to press buttons. I'm a brand new America First channel. I cover all the nonsense. I make fun of everything. I take the piss out of everyone. I'm not a very serious person, but we do cover serious topics and get serious as well. I do whatever, man. Whatever you want me to do, tell me in the comments. Let's go. So the first thing we're going to check out now, I just want to ask, have you seen the Shiloh Hendricks thing? I mean, I talked about it in the last video and kind of described what happened. Let's just show you the video. This is what happened. Okay. Allegedly off camera, she chased a boy down who they claim is a 5-year-old. He's clearly not 5, but whatever. I don't care. She chased a boy down because she was playing with her toddler at the park and looked over at her purse and saw a stranger rummaging through her bag, and he took something from it and ran away. And and off camera, she chased him down to get her property back. And then apparently, according to everyone, called the 7 to 10-year-old the N-word. Let's just see it so you know what I'm talking about.
Did you call him a nigger, the child?
The fuck you talking
Did you
about?
call the child the nigger word?
None of your fucking business.
It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigger.
Okay.
Nigger.
All right, that's what you say.
You don't go digging through people's shit, you dumb fuck.
Nobody dig into your shit.
A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him a nigger?
Yeah.
The little child?
What if he acts like one, he's gonna...
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, a nigger, the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a shit.
Huh.
Fuck off.
Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you.
Yeah, it's not good. It wasn't a good look. Now, a lot of people want to brand a person by their worst moment and claim that this is a horrific racist. And Mark Lamont Hill says a neo-Nazi and a white supremacist. I'm not so sure about that. The way I look at racial slurs, they're just very harsh insults that you use when you really, really want to hurt someone's feeling is really bad. You want to cut to the core of who they are as a person, something they cannot change, and just make them feel bad. It's very similar to calling someone that's fat, calling them fat, calling someone that's gay, the F slur. It's very similar. It's just a ramped up version of an insult. Saying insults to anyone is not nice. If somebody cuts you off in traffic and you look over and it's a big fat sloppy incel and you yell, "Hey, fat ass, watch where you're going." That wasn't right to say. You could have simply been a nice person and said, "Hey, buddy, you cut me off, man. Pay attention. You could have hurt us," and been nice about it. But no, you say, "Hey, fat ass," and say stuff because you want to hurt their feelings because you're upset about something. Go check out the other video. We talked about how people that insult other people, it's a power grab because they lost power on the situation and they feel powerless. So they're trying to reach back and grab power back from you. And it's up to you whether you accept the insult and take offense, which gives them the power, or you laugh at them and don't care about their insults and you maintain the power. It's a very emotionally mature thing to do. It's not always easy. And whenever you're angry, you tend to embarrass yourself. In this case, she embarrassed herself. I also made the point that this was an inappropriate way she went from 0 to 100. Now, if I looked over and saw a little boy rummaging through my stuff and stole something and ran away, yeah, I'm going to chase him down. Yeah, I'm going to say some mean stuff. Does that event, especially to a child, ramp up to a level of a racial slur? I mean, for me personally, of course not. I don't do that it has to be something, dude, it got to be something so extreme for me to use any slur type a thing, the F slur. I don't say the F slur about gay people. It's just not. You can't make me as mad as you think you can to make me even think that stuff. I'm just not mad. You just don't matter to me. I just don't care about you enough to say that stuff. But I did say, now if this video was some gangbanging thug with his pants around his ankles and he pushed her child on the ground and snatched her purse and ran away after sucker punching her and she yelled, hey, N-word, how dare you, or get that N-word, or whatever, you know what I mean? The video, the reaction would be completely different, and the black racist would still be like, oh my God, she's a white supremacist because, someone attacked her and she had a bad moment and said a bad word. It doesn't necessarily mean that she practices white supremacy, guys. That's not what that means. She's probably just a regular person living her life that has some prejudices towards black people, and in her moment of anger said the word that she knew would cut to the core. The worst part is it probably didn't. That little boy, probably no one ever called that little boy that. He probably doesn't even know what it means. Who knows? You say he's 5. If he's actually 5, he should not even know what the word means. Number 2, he's not 5. So let's just move on. But in the end, that was kind of the whole crux of that whole situation. We just touched on it last video. I figured I'd share it with you and share some other things with it as well. Now, I guess the biggest point I wanted to come to was Fleccas Talks. I love Fleccas Talks. I watch the podcast every week. I watch both episodes. I'm a show watcher. Juice my elgo. Man, tickle the post, guys. Come on. Support me. I need support. But ultimately, they made the claim as well that black people are just not afraid of police. It's a weapon. It's a sword and a shield that they use to excuse their behavior and then beat you to death with it whenever they're running away, disrespecting police, not complying with orders, and being, going through that whole nonsense that they go with. Now, they claim they're scared. You can go watch body cam footage all you want and decide for yourself if black people act like they're afraid of police. They say they're afraid, but their actions say something totally different. For instance, on Fleccas Talks, they highlighted this one.
Next, we have a clip of a guy getting pulled over, and look how he talks to the police. And keep in mind, police is killing us, police is hunting us, all this stuff. You gotta be scared of police. Guy doesn't look very scared to me.
Enough white people, stop fronting. Stop fronting.
Okay, no problem with your license, no outstanding tickets.
Mine, go fucking find out you pulled me the fuck over. Fuck is wrong with you? Fuck out of here, man.
Alright, sir, so I am issuing a ticket for speeding. The ticket, you have to mail it back to the Cortland Town Court. Just the address in the lower left-hand corner here. The day they see I'm here...
Yo, I know this. I know your game already, man. Get your prejudice ass the fuck out of here and give me my ticket, man.
Do you have any questions?
Get your now, suck a dick is what that's the question I got. Suck a dick, you heard?
Get your prejudice ass out of here. You're speeding.
Guy's never getting a warning in his life. Yeah. Guy's never getting let off in his life. And then look at this guy. There's kind of a juxtaposition here with how angry this guy is. And he's filled with this racial hatred at a beautiful lake with like lush forest. Get your prejudice ass out here. Suck my dick.
Yeah.
It's just a certain type of guy who I don't really want to be neighbors with.
Yeah, me neither.
The irony and lack of self-awareness to get pulled over, be a racist yourself as a black man, see the white cop and immediately prejudge the officers pulling you over because you're black or for no reason or whatever, lying, making stuff up because he saw a black person and wants to railroad them. Get your prejudice ass out of here. Sir, you are the one that's prejudiced. That's like the lack of self-awareness from the left right now it's mind-blowing. It's just like it'll blow my eyeballs out of the sockets. It's crazy. Now, in my previous video with Lily Gaddis on that Piers Morgan panel, go check out that video. She spoke about not being racist, but having certain preferences that the society of race grifters today would call her racist for, like not wanting to live around black people because she doesn't like certain behaviors from that community. She doesn't want to be in that community or in that neighborhood because of the behaviors that you've been watching that I played throughout the video now. The streetcar takeovers, the block parties where it's a 60-person brawl with little kids getting hit with legs and getting body slammed all through the streets. They don't want to look out their windows and see that stuff. Most people don't want to live like that. Regular black people don't want to live like that. They think it's absolutely ridiculous. And it's just Fleccas kind of touched on it, and Richard Ratboy touched on it a little bit there about how they don't want to live around it either. It's too late for me, guys. I already live in it. I live with a lot of black people, a lot of white people, a lot of white trash. It is what it is, man. I'm from the ghetto. I don't. I can. Hopefully one day I'll escape it. I don't know what else to say, but most people want to escape it. What happens with black people that get rich and famous? They move away from this stuff. They move away from this trash. It's just that simple. So take a look at some more behavior that people want to get away from, because I forgot about this video of this security guard beating the dog shit out of like 10 black women that are absolutely attacking him. This is at some sort of bar. He's a security. And then we'll get to the Mark Dice video that's going to finish it and tie this all up and put a bow on black fatigue for us.
All right, our next clip is a brawl in Jacksonville at Margaritas.
It's one man versus about 10 women, and he's swinging away.
He's doing his best.
And he's the security guard.
And that's the security guard.
What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
So I wonder, why did white people make him do this?
Yeah.
Is it so they can laugh at it on their fat racist podcast?
I think so.
For entertainment?
These guys just wanted to give us a free clip to play in Urban Decay.
There's a certain term which is going viral. Many of you probably first heard about it here. I didn't coin it, but I certainly did my best to popularize it. Black fatigue, the deep mental exhaustion from being forced to care about black people and their actions 24/7. And it's going viral, but not by the people who you would expect to be talking about it. Many white people have been experiencing it for, well, decades. Others for the last 5 years or so, since the 2020 Black Lives Matter insurrection. But many black people are also experiencing it. Many in the black community are also experiencing black fatigue because of them.
There's an interesting phrase going around these days. It's called black fatigue. When I heard that shit, I started laughing because I've been had black fatigue. The ghetto ratchet bull, all the random acts of violence. Black fatigue is some real shit, especially with the Carmelo Anthony thing. That was some degenerate punk bull. I have black fatigue too, and so do the rest of the black people. And what it should be called is nigga fatigue.
If you search TikTok for black fatigue, you find a lot of black people expressing that they too are experiencing it, and we'll go through some of these. I'm assuming that some of them are very upset at the term and are gonna just blame white people for that too. But listen to these people.
Black fatigue. This video might make you uncomfortable, but it needs to be made. There's a growing sentiment, most recently, of individuals who are proclaiming they do have black fatigue. And you don't have to be a non-black person to have black fatigue.
So there's this term that's going around called black fatigue. And what black fatigue is, you are tired of certain black behaviors in the black community that needs to be addressed. It is literally making you tired at this point. When it comes to black on black crime, upholding things that are not right in the black community, like baby mama culture and the rap culture that we have now, gang violence, all of these things that are horrible for the black community.
Just listening to a video, this is Dr. T, just listen to a video of a guy expressing the true sentiments of white people. White people are tired of this shit. White people are tired of hearing racism, oppression. Oh God, they're racist against me. White people are tired of hearing black people's excuses of why they can't graduate high school, why they can't raise their kids. Black kids running all over the city, no parents. I know why, because the parents let them do this shit. I've worked with black parents for decades. They won't work with you. They won't cooperate. Their lives are going down the tubes, and I can't get black parents to do anything, especially black mothers.
Black fatigue. A lot of y'all are going to get mad at me, but when are you not? What is black fatigue? People are tired of your shit. People are tired of the black community. It is what it is. Even black people are tired of the black community. That should tell you something. But they just call us derogatory names just like they call white folks. People are tired of seeing the same shit over and over again. And if they say anything about it, it's racist. If they want something done about it, it's racist. If they want justice for a crime that was committed by the black community, racist. Like I said, you don't have to be white to experience this. Asian people, Hispanic people, white people, even black people, experience black fatigue, simply being tired of that.
Just in case nobody told you, let me tell you. This thing called black fatigue is real. Now, what is black fatigue? Just in case you were not aware. Black fatigue occurs when people, including black people, get sick and tired of black people who always want to play the victim, always want to complain, always want to act a fool, don't want to be held accountable for anything. We just sick of it.
That's wild. Now, it was just meant to be. I don't always cover Mark Dice videos or anything like that. But he kind of hit all the nails. And I already heard that AI song the other day before he did his video today on it. I already saw this Carmen. I think her name's Carmen Jaycee. Is that her name? Carmen. I've been seeing her pop up lately over the last couple weeks. Whenever all these racial stories popped up, and she's been saying a lot of hard truths, and it's easy to hear coming from her. She's easy to look at.
But my new favorite black content creator is this woman, Carmen Jaycee, who could be the next Candace Owens. Well, I guess as long as she doesn't criticize a certain group of people, because we know what happens to someone's career when they do that.
Until the black community is able to take some constructive criticism and accept hard truths, we're not going to progress as a community. And I'm really talking to black women because black women are at the forefront of the community. And hard truth coming, black women, you are raising criminals and you are raising hoes. And our community is in shambles because of what you're raising, because of the decisions that you are making and the men that you're choosing to have these children with, okay?
But since we are in the midst of a culture war, which largely is an information war, there is a battle of definitions. And just like some of the black people on TikTok don't understand the definition and have it completely backwards, so of course does Google. If you just Google black fatigue, meaning the AI overview, will say that it refers to the extreme exhaustion experienced by black individuals due to the cumulative stress of systemic racism and intergenerational trauma. I asked ChatGPT what is black fatigue, and it repeats the same cultural Marxist definition. It's a term that refers to the physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion experienced by black people due to repeated exposure to racism, discrimination, and systemic equality, blah, 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 blah. And then I said, isn't it actually people tired of the bad behavior of troublesome black people in America, though? And it responds, no, that's a misunderstanding and a misrepresentation of what black fatigue means. Black fatigue is not about people being tired of black people. It's about black people being tired of racism. And sadly, even Grok, Elon Musk's ChatGPT, that's supposed to not be woke, is woke. It parrots the same definition as Google's AI overview and ChatGPT.
Now, in this culture war, similar to how they've changed the definition of the N-word to mean just black people only, and it really have nothing to do with behavior, and it's just a slur at someone that has darker skin and has melanin. That's not what it used to mean. It used to mean something different. It used to actually have a definition. They play games with the language. It's moving the goalposts. It's what they do. It's what Marxists do. It's what these people do that we're up against. The deep state, the globalists, they're all Marxists. It's how they work. And Mark didn't mention it, but at the bottom of Grok's explanation, if you see right here, you see who's correcting you? As defined by scholars. Could you imagine the educated people, the ones that are educated? Those people are the ones that are changing the definition and skewing it from what society has deemed the word means. Everyone talking online, all the people using the phrase black fatigue in the correct way of being tired of certain behaviors and the stereotypical behavior that we're all tired of, including black people. Scholars, the educated people, aka the Marxists in the universities, have to come down and go, that's actually not what it means. It actually means this. Racism is actually this. And actually, women, the word woman means this now. And just, dude, it's a game. These people are a joke. It's clown world. It's clown world, upside down, inside out garbage. Now, in the end, I'm going to finish it with this. We're going to get Pastor Manning the last word. And like I said, man, you can look into Pastor Manning. I don't agree with everything dude says. Dude is very harsh. He says some stuff that's a little bit over the line, maybe to some people, maybe not to others. I don't know. But he said something in particular that is kind of puts a bow on this whole thing. Oh my God, I can't speak. The Carmelo Anthony situation with touch me and see what happens. And all the black racists come into his defense and saying, well, Austin Metcalf should have minded his business. If you don't know about the Austin Metcalf Carmelo Anthony situation, just Google it. You should know about it. It's national news. If you don't, I apologize. Another video is probably going to come and we'll talk about it a little bit more. I did talk about it briefly in the previous video. Go check it out. But the touch me and see what happens, and everyone defending him and saying, yeah, Austin Metcalf should have minded his business. Yeah, that's what happens whenever you put your hands on someone. Yeah, if someone touches me, someone disrespects me, then touches me, I have the right to do whatever I want to them. I wish someone would. Mark Lamont Hill telling Lily Gaddis on the Piers Morgan thing. She doesn't say the N-word at people. He made sure to specify. She says it about black people because you should be afraid to say the N-word to black people. If you say the N-word to a black person, that gives them every right to violently assault you. And there's a lot of racist black people out there that hope you say the word to them, not because it bothers them. They say it all day long. They hope you say it to them so they can have their pass to violently assault you and be just absolutely emotionally immature and not be able to handle being called fat when you're fat. It's they want you to say it. And Pastor Manning is going to tell you why. It's because they're walking around with a chip on their shoulder because of racist parents. If you have a racist parent that tells you the lie is that white people care about you so much that they're thinking about you nonstop, holding you down and keeping you from things and keeping you from society and institutional power. Meanwhile, the mass majority of white people, 95% of white people, don't even know you exist. They're living their lives. They have their own families. They have their own problems. And black people at home are being told by racist parents, these white people, they want to keep you down. They got to do this to you, and they're doing that to you. Bruh, no one knows you exist. And again, times have changed. You can't fight previous injustices with present and future injustices. That's not how things work. It's just not how it works. It's not how we create civilizations. It's not how we have societies that thrive. It will not work that way. What you'll have is degenerate nonsense and communities that are rife with crime and nonsense and violence and things that no one wants to deal with, things that are undesirable. It's not that people don't like your skin color. That's not the case. It's your behavior is undesirable and no one wants to be around that behavior. If in Beverly Hills, the doctors and lawyers that are black and live in gated communities next to their white neighbors, who do you think's complaining about them? No one. Is it because all of a sudden in the gated community, no one's racist? Or is it because they exhibit normal behaviors that are acceptable in society by the mass majority of everyone? Anyway, all right, man, I'll see you guys on the next one. Press buttons for the next video, subscribe, hit the like button. No one sees my videos because the algorithm doesn't like me. And also, I'm brand new and don't have any subscribers. So please do that. We'll leave it to Pastor Manning to tell you about the chip on the shoulder. That's kind of the main thing. And it really talks about the Carmelo Anthony situation. It really, as soon as I heard him say it, I was like, man, that just explains it and the defense behind it. So, yeah, hit buttons, check the description for links, and I'll see you guys soon.
And black people always walk around with a chip on their shoulder because they're black, daring anybody to say anything to them. And our society has been hijacked and kidnapped and pushed into a corner where no one can say anything publicly about black people. If you do, they call you a racist and a bigot. So the true thoughts and true dialogue between white folk and black folk cannot go forward because you cannot speak your mind or the truth without being called a racist if you say anything about the spirits of black folk, the habits of black folk, the spirit that black folk are full of, black men are full of abandonment, they're full of murder, they're full of robbery, and they're full of violence. Now, that is not to say that all black men are, but 70% of them are. 70% of them desert their children. 70% of them don't marry the mothers that they father children through. 1.2 million of them are in prison. And this has nothing to do with white folk or slavery. So we can't have a true and meaningful dialogue about race in this nation, because if you say anything against black folk, you will be drummed out of town and out of church.